Hey. Welcome to another episode of This Shit's Hard podcast. I'm your host, Nicole Biscuiti.
And I'm Jen, aka Rumblebum. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us on today's episode of This Shit's Hard podcast. I'm Nicole with my co-host,
Rumblebum.
and our guest today is Alex Ruggiere.
How you doing?
In the flesh.
In the flesh, yes.
In the flesh, in Boca Raton at the Flamingo House. Thank you so much for making that
Thank you so much.
gruesome drive from
40 minutes.
Oh, you know what? 45 minutes though can be a bitch.
It can be.
So-
I live a mile away from the gym.
right.
So this is me venturing aggressively outside of my little bubble.
That is aggressive. Thank you for being aggressive today.
Thank you for being aggressive for us.
Yes.
We appreciate it. Devin appreciates it because he, as our producer, has been consistently surrounded by so much estrogen.
Yes.
He's
a lot here, dude.
That's a lot.
he is so happy to have you.
Yeah.
And for Devin's comfort today, we are going to start out with your background in fitness. All right, so I'm gonna pop this out there and say one of my most favorite memories in athletics in my physical fitness career was competing on the Black Sheep CrossFit regionals team in 2016.
Badass.
Badass. Alex let me dress the team. I was the team wardrobe stylist.
Love that.
To have you. We would have looked awful if we didn't. So we were the freshest team on the competition.
We were. That Chesty Gold went so hard.
So hard.
I'm just saying. And actually, I sometimes pull those photos up, and like everyone who looks at your photos is like, damn.
Wait, which one was it?
From regionals in Atlanta
In 2006.
When I went? No.
No. Mm-mm.
But which gold? Which Chesty Gold are you talking about?
The gold C, and then we put our names on the back.
Yeah.
First initial, last name.
Yeah.
No, you had the whole first name, whole last name.
Oh.
did.
Yeah, we were like.
We went full send.
Yeah. We had. I think it was silver foil names and then a gold foil underline underneath the name.
He went.
I still got them all.
Wow, he went there with the
I should've
details.
worn one.
Oh, dang. That would have been so
full
good.
circle.
That
Oh
would have
my
been good.
God.
That would have been good.
And so I have you to thank for that incredible memory. Top 5, hands down. And so that is one of the things that will always be in my heart. And there's one of my favorite memories. So thank you for being here. So obviously Alex finds himself today in the CrossFit space, but why don't you take us back further than that?
Yeah.
What was before that?
So before that was fighting. So before that was wrestling, high school wrestling. And then graduated high school, didn't have the grades to go to college or anything like that, traditionally.
Mm-hmm.
So I started fighting, mainly just because I like to get punched in the face and I like to punch people in the face. And
Do you want to punch someone in the face, Rumble?
I actually would love to punch somebody in the face.
Talk about getting hits on a podcast.
I would love to hit.
Devin, can we have Rumble hit Alex in the face today?
Oh my God.
Are we prepared for that? Are we set up for that?
And we can sell it as therapist punches husband.
We would get a lot of hits. We would get a lot of hits.
No pun intended, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the side note to this, because I'm just going to keep interrupting you,
That's fine.
is that we were talking about how Jen and I just changed our outfits, because we have to have a different outfit per episode.
Mine isn't really different.
And she said that she looks like a doctor and actually a therapist. I said, yes. Alex and I are the couple. We're in couples therapy.
Yeah.
So that was that. Please continue.
Yeah.
Fighting.
Yeah, fighting.
Yes, hitting people.
So I started fighting, and it was more of like a backyard bare knuckle kind of thing where we were fighting for like a couple $100. But I met a lot of really cool, badass dudes in that scene.
Okay.
I would think
at the same
so.
time. Yeah.
People who love to get hit in the face.
Badass dudes. I met a lot of really shitty people also that I'm so happy that I'm gone with that. But naturally, the next step after that, and I had a little bit of success in that, was to be a little bit more official and move into the MMA scene. So I did that, and then the initial issue that I had, and I'll kind of tie my fitness background with like where Black Sheep kind of came from.
He's such a good storyteller. First of all, I'm so glad I can just show up and not even ask a question. Alex, here's your mic.
He's ready.
I love that.
So funny
Ready.
story, actually.
Yeah.
Side note. I was drinking with some buddies on Saturday night, and we kind of like did this already, and I deleted the podcast on accident.
No.
So for the first time, that was the first time that I ever gave like the full.
Sounds like you need a producer.
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah.
Wait, also side note, what were you drinking? And
Oh,
have
yeah.
you
Whiskey that you got me.
Thank you.
Oh,
Is it good?
It is very good.
Okay,
It's
Nice.
very
Nice,
good.
nice. We were just saying we need to drink on every podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, actually my brother made that suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would, things would definitely flow.
Yeah.
Things would definitely flow.
We have no problem here with this though.
Yeah, so I was talking about that, and it was this like dope thing, and it was the first time I'd ever talked about like the birth story, and then the podcast deleted.
Damn.
Oh, that's
Well, we have a
But here we
similar
are now.
story about our
Devastating.
podcast.
we do. Are we ready
We
to talk about it?
No, we feel your pain. Our first podcast.
Oh,
It was so good.
Devin was gonna say something. And
Go ahead, Devin.
Sat back.
I mean, why are we even right? You know, I mean, we can
I was
move
just-
past this particular.
I was trying to connect.
All right,
Yeah,
got it.
you
All
ruined-
right, fair enough.
you just about ruined her connection.
I was trying to make a connect here. But we can move on. He has PTSD.
It's really bad. Like I checked 3 or 4 times today just to make sure we had audio.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, we
So,
recorded a whole podcast.
I mean, I'm on a biased, non-biased party.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we filmed an excellent podcast.
Excellent.
They were crying. It was like emotional,
Crying.
the whole thing.
She's known this person for a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
He said that's a wrap. It was via Zoom.
Yeah.
Hung up. Everybody high-fived. First podcast in the
Fucking
bag.
rock.
Rocked
Yeah,
it, crushed it.
Plugged it in. Hit play. The video is perfect. No audio. 0.
And we haven't had the heart, to tell him.
Oh no, he doesn't know yet.
No, he doesn't know.
No idea.
So
Oh, man,
we're
that's-
going to have to circle
Ex-
back.
Gay Mormon.
Wild.
Wild.
Like his struggle was.
Anyways, we feel you. Continue.
That
We
that
feel
tops it. That tops it.
I just one-upped you.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, you did. You
I'm
did,
sorry.
you
I
did.
didn't mean to.
It's all good.
Anyways, continue.
We didn't have whiskey though.
No, we
I'll
didn't.
give you that.
We didn't.
Yeah.
So started fighting, liked the success that I was having, kind of like in an unofficial platform, and then moved into the MMA space, and I was like really confused how like the culture of MMA was very, very, very specific. And it's not a bad culture, it's just a different culture that I wasn't used to. And I was used to just like wanting to fucking fight and just fighting to fight.
Right.
And then you walk into the MMA space and it's like, okay, you got to do gi days. You're a white belt. You got to bow in. You got to bow out. I think I have a lot of respect for like the Brazilian jiu-jitsu culture and MMA culture, but it just wasn't my vibe. And I was like, I couldn't understand how I went from like literally just fighting to fight for $100 to like I have to bow in and bow out of the mat. I was like, it seems like there's something that should be in between. I don't know what it is. And then I just kind of moved on. And then I fought for a couple years, got into CrossFit, got into fitness. And well, I got into fitness first, and I kind of had a similar like epiphany to where I was like, I don't love fitness, and I'm not crazy about fitness because it's really fucking nerdy. Like all the people that were around me, and we're talking like 2011, and like I
Well,
wasn't in the CrossFit
It was
space
nerdy
yet.
then. Yeah.
And I wasn't even in the CrossFit space yet.
Right.
I'm talking like YMCAs or like 24-hour fitnesses.
Got ya.
And it was like really douchey or really nerdy. And it was like, you have to eat this food and you have to do this and you have to do this. And I was like, yo, that's just not me. Like, I
Yeah.
love the way working out makes, I love how it makes me feel,
Right.
but like, that's just not my vibe.
Yeah.
Right.
Found CrossFit because obviously CrossFit kind of like had that grungy feel to it.
Yeah.
think at
It's
first-
scrappy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I have a theory on niches, and I have a theory on when something becomes mainstream, it kind of loses its like sexiness.
I agree.
Yeah.
And when I found CrossFit in 2000, we'll call it like 11, 12-ish, it was still kind of like raw, dark alley. And it was like, yeah, this is fucking tight.
Right.
Yeah.
And then as it
Yeah.
kind of like got into the mainstream, I was like, no, I hate this now. Like, this ain't me. Like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
you know, just for example, I think there was a period of time, they might still be doing it, where
Yeah.
CrossFit was putting out all their movement demo videos was like this person wearing a red shirt, and black shorts with a white background.
Oh my God.
And like, there's nothing in my life that deserves a white background. There's nothing that I can
I
do
love
that
that.
deserves to have a white background.
I love that. That is a statement.
That is a statement.
That is a statement.
That was a quotable.
That's a quotable.
And maybe it needs to be on a shirt. I'm just saying.
I think so. That's good. Yeah.
Damn.
Nothing, like literally nothing in my life. And I was like watching these videos and I was like, I get it. Like we're doing a movement demo video, but like this whole vibe is just like, there needs to be a different way.
Yeah.
There needs to be a different way. There's no way it's like either don't work out and die of heart disease or be a fitness nerd.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
then, you know, you followed Outlaw for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I did. Rudy.
Yeah.
I loved Rudy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
do you
EA.
Do you CrossFit?
I
She's a big background in fitness, actually.
I do.
Okay.
I was a coach.
Okay.
There for a minute. Came out of I was a personal trainer, went into CrossFit. Not a fitter like Nicole was a fitter.
Yeah.
Not trying to go to the games. I'm just trying to look great naked.
Yeah.
Right.
But because I love fitness, I was a personal trainer. Just was like the obvious.
God, it was like the transition
the
that a bunch of
transition.
people did.
Yeah.
Right. But I followed Outlaw for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was obsessed with EA. Elizabeth
Yeah.
Wally.
Yeah. I mean, her and Telena.
Oh,
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
I do.
obsessed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember like back in that time period, and I said this to Becca Voigt too. I remember watching Becca clean 200 pounds, being like, "Holy fucking shit!"
Yeah.
That was to me like watching like a toddler move a car, and I was just like, "How did she do that?" You know, and that's back in the day.
Wild.
That was
I mean,
wild.
he was at our clean event 2 Fridays. You worked here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, row clean 265.
I know.
And
That's
barely
insane, yeah.
didn't clean
She got under.
275.
She got under.
She racked 275 twice and just didn't stand
It's
up.
so impressive.
Yep.
Like
I can't
how-
compute.
Yeah.
No, and it was like it looked relatively like moderate for her, to be
Yeah.
honest. Like her movement patterns were
Yeah.
great. Like she moves very well. But
Very little emotion.
Yeah,
involved,
yeah,
you know, like it's
yeah.
just business.
right.
It is her business.
It is her
Yeah.
It
business.
is her business.
This is a living for
Yeah, this is-
people.
this is her business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love seeing people take it that seriously.
I do too. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
I don't care if like what you're doing, if like upholstering a chair is what you do, but when you are in your bag and it's so evident to everyone else, I love that.
I could not agree more.
Oh.
I don't care. I literally don't care what the fuck you do. If you're trying to be the best at whatever the fuck you're doing,
Yes.
hats fucking off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of that comes back to taking the time to educate yourself
Yeah.
and go backwards. And that is what you did. And I want to give you kudos for that because like you said, Alex came from this, like he's fighting, he's like in this like raw space. And then, you know, a lot of people who were in business when you started that are still in business have had no choice but to reinvent themselves.
Yeah.
Multiple times
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
And he went back and he was like, well, I'm going to educate myself. And now you're spending a lot of time educating your members too,
Yeah.
which is great
Yeah.
in the community. So I
Yeah.
think that's rad.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you have to do a lot of stuff that's uncomfortable and hard.
It is. I mean, now less than before. You know, you met Jen. You know, we've got like a great team at
Right.
like within our organization, and it's really clear the way that like I can have, you know, conversations like this, and even just like little think tank sessions alone, where I can kind of like think about like, all right, something just worked. What was it? And I think that's one of the reasons why we are, you know, we've been very fortunate, like our brand, because the brand was created and the brand kind of just came, and then the success follows. So rather than us having to like reinvent ourselves, we just had to try to identify what we were. Like we knew who we were, but we had to like put definitions to it.
Okay, so
right?
put a definition
Yeah,
to it.
like-
Tell
like-
us about
like
Black
for-
Sheep.
You know, and
Yeah.
for example, you know, we did like a core value exercise a couple weeks ago within our, you know, we have 2
This is like my
gyms.
love language.
Yeah, I do,
Yeah.
They
I do,
did
I know
core
you do,
values
I know you
talk.
do.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
We
love
did this with
this.
Chesty.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've like, we kind of reiterated what we already know and what we believe, but we've never actually been like, what do we believe though?
Yes,
Like
yes.
say what you believe.
Put a name
and
to
say
it.
who you
Yeah.
are. Instead of just being
Right.
like, I know who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
So I
Well,
think that
verbalizing it is powerful.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like we've been able to kind of like retroactively look at our brand instead of having to create a new brand.
Yeah.
We've been able to retroactively try to define like make definition to who our brand is. If
Sure.
That makes any sense.
That makes complete
Yeah.
sense because we actually took, side note, Jen also runs social at Trusty,
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
which is why
The
you,
mastermind.
yes.
Well, I wouldn't say mastermind, but we can call me. I mean, I look like it right now.
That's how she knew.
Absolutely right now.
That is how she knew exactly who you were. She
It's
knew
the
your
top.
Oh
handle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Top bun's
That's-
throwing me
That
completely
top
off.
bun, listen, that gave her like more IQ points,
Yeah,
right?
power.
Like it's also one of my strategies in learning strict handstand push-ups back in
That is a fact.
2016.
That is a fact.
I was like, wait, how can I get my head closer to the
Yeah.
line?
Let me throw
This
out
is
my
my
bun.
hairstyle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So we actually did an exercise about core values where we created a brand new mission statement. And the only thing brand new about it was that we put pen to paper.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Because it was-
That's the way I should have said it.
No,
But
that's
yeah,
fine.
No,
that's-
yeah.
Absolutely. That's couldn't agree more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
Like you've been doing that forever, probably.
Right.
We have been.
Yes. Yeah.
And so what I want to know is when you were going through this exercise, A, like tell us what black sheep is, right?
Yeah,
Tell us who
yeah.
you are. But then B, did you have this moment where you were like, oh shit, everyone's aligned. This is so cool.
Yes,
Or-
for sure.
okay.
For sure. Yeah, we did. One of the cool exercises that we did, just so you can have this the next time you do something.
I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
basically what we did is we sat down our leadership team, and we have a leadership team that's it's not like it's not an all hands on deck meeting, but it's a leadership meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some people from the boxing gym that we have that come, then Crossfit Boynton Beach, and then also Black Sheep Training.
Cool.
And basically what we did was we all sat down and we were all responsible for coming up with one person that we all all of us knew, like ideally like a member or somebody in the room, not
Mhm.
like Michael Jordan, right?
Right.
That if we could take that person and put them on our leadership team and multiply that person by 7,
Hmm.
we would be at our fucking prime
I
peak,
love
fucking
that.
guns, like
Yeah.
the whole 9 yards. We'd
Cool.
be primed up, ready to go.
Okay.
So everybody had to write down a name, and then you had to write down 3 qualities
Oh wow.
that you see in that person, which was why you chose that name. So
This is
then,
a great exercise.
yeah,
That's really
so then
good.
we ended up
Doing
having,
this tomorrow.
Like, yeah, it's legit.
Email
Yeah.
goes out.
So then we ended up having like 12 names,
Wow.
3 values each that we saw in those people. So we
Okay.
had 36 words on a piece of paper.
Right.
And then over the next couple weeks, we just started cutting some out, voting on them, and so
Yeah.
we dialed down to 3.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. So then we
Wow.
dialed down to 3 from those, and then that was kind of like not a mission statement because we're still working on like eloquently putting it together.
Sure. Yeah.
But like these are our core values that we've all kind of like voted upon, agreed upon.
yeah.
And that's
That's amazing.
Oh,
That's
it's a great exercise.
Great exercise.
Like I said, happening.
Yeah.
Did you
I
see
love that.
overlap in the words and or the people?
Yeah.
a lot.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm.
a lot,
Okay,
a lot.
cool.
Yeah.
I
Probably
see.
a lot of A types,
A lot.
you know?
Yeah. And
Female
so,
A types in the room.
and to give you
Mm-hmm.
an idea, we narrowed it down to three words or phrases, and we came up with being a visionary,
Mm.
hardworking, obviously,
yeah.
and selfless or others first.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
those are kind of like our 3 things
Good.
now that
Love
we're going
that.
to be creating our mission statement for our whole organization, not just Crossfit Boynton Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like how we're trying to, continue to operate.
Ooh, I like that.
I like that.
I know. So you mentioned like vision, being
Yeah.
a visionary. What I want to know is what's next. Like
Yeah.
what's on the horizon? Because I know you're always scheming.
Yeah. So we got a couple things going on right now. We're actually, one step back from in the process of, I don't want to say in the process of,
Right.
but we were supposed to be opening a tattoo shop in October.
Oh.
And because of some red tape, the
Mm.
leasing kind of got pulled out from underneath us.
Okay.
So we're hoping that comes back around in March.
Will it be black sheep?
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Love that.
Yeah,
I
Love.
will be there.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Yes, we're planning on getting. Okay, so time out
Yeah,
real
yeah,
quick,
yeah,
intermission. So I came back with all of these
I
from
see
Bali.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
And we got these together with
Nice.
Kels and Kels' friend
Yeah.
You were on
Holly.
the Bali trip.
I was.
You guys just
I was. It was
YOLO.
sick. The epitome of it.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That was our mantra last year. We're like,
Our mantra last
"Wanna
year
go
was
here? Sure. Fuck it. Wanna go here? Sure. Fuck it.
How long were you guys gone for?
I was only there for 9 days. Nicole.
She's a mom.
Yeah,
I have a child to come back to, but
Yeah.
Nicole, she stayed. I
I
was
done moved there.
so jealous.
I was there for 5 weeks.
Yeah, I
I was like, I can work remote, 12 hours difference. It's fine.
Yeah, that was the move.
It was the move.
Yeah.
It was life changing.
I bet.
Yeah. So anyway, we're high key, like trying to finish.
High key, I like it.
High key, not low key. High key.
Yeah, high key.
We're
You can tell I hang out with 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that still a thing? or-
It's
Okay.
kind of.
High key.
High key. We're on the search for our next place because Jen and I want to get yet another
Yeah.
matching tattoo.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
why don't we just roll up to Black Sheep when that's ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
We're shooting for March.
Oh,
Okay.
well, after we get back from our Egypt trip,
Yeah, we're going to Egypt.
Excuse
we'll
me.
pop in.
We're hosting a trip to Egypt.
I mean, are you not trying to get tattooed in Egypt though? I feel like that'd be really tight.
You know what?
Actually,
Yeah.
that's a great idea.
We hadn't even thought about that.
Why
Yeah.
didn't we?
Do they
We
do
will
it in
now.
Egypt?
We will.
They have to. They must.
They have to. I
The
know
only
that's what
question would be if they have an Egyptian style of tattooing.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
I know if you go to like Thailand,
Yeah.
you can get tattooed
Yes.
by like a monk,
Well, I have.
and
a
it's
monk
like
tattoo.
ding ding.
I
Is
have,
it?
I have a traditional tap from Monk in Bali.
That's
Oh,
dope.
I'm sorry, it was in Thailand.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
that's
Of course you do.
So we have to. You guys got to find out.
Okay.
They have an Egyptian
I'm going
way.
to add that to my list of questions
Absolutely.
that I have.
Is there any way we can put tattooing on the schedule?
Is there any room? So the reason that it's kind of a smaller trip for us in terms of attendance is because it also falls in the middle of the open.
Oh.
So we actually have someone coming on the trip who's like not trying to like make it,
Yeah,
but also is like doing it and
yeah.
actively. So we're going to
Of course.
accommodate him and we're going to find an
Try to
appropriate
find-
gym
Yeah.
that has
Yeah.
the right setup
Yeah.
so that he can record and, have a judge
Yeah.
that's done the cert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm here to record you. I get all the angles.
Yeah.
Trust.
Yeah, we're
like,
great.
yeah,
we're
she-
not gonna do it. But we'll record you.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's like right up your alley too. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna travel the world, but you're still connected to CrossFit.
Yeah.
You're
Love
gonna
it.
go to an Egyptian CrossFit.
Yes.
Get tattooed in Egypt.
That is
Like,
exactly what we're
that's the
doing.
cult of
Yep.
beauty.
And it's also Rumble
Yeah.
That's what
Bomb.
we're
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing. And it is kind of the Black Sheep way, to be
Yeah,
honest.
hell
Yeah, we're
yeah.
finding our way. But I would really love to know, like, for people who don't know
Yeah.
about Black Sheep, because, this podcast is worldwide,
Super.
super worldwide. What is Black Sheep? What does that mean?
So we're still working on it.
Okay, yeah, that's
it-
fine.
it-
We're all a work in
Yeah,
progress.
Yeah.
So basically, I'll try not to go off on too many tangents, but like we are trying to create our own brand of fitness, and we think that like we talked about before, like I talked about before with like the nerdiness of what some fitness can be.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that I resonate really well with that I have my entire life that like will never ever walk into a gym if it's a white background. Just
Yeah.
to go back to the white background.
Sure.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
absolutely.
Like I've always resonated really well with people that like are adrenaline junkies and maybe love getting covered in tattoos
Yeah.
and doing dumb shit. Like that person isn't interested in going into a YMCA or 24-hour fitness. So
No.
Sure.
we're trying to create this lifestyle of fitness that encompasses that shit, right? I like
Right.
to drink whiskey. I like to get tattooed. I like to do dumb shit. I like to build things. Like I like to use my fitness. Now, mind you, I do like to be competitive in CrossFit also.
Right.
But I like to use my fitness like in other
Functionally in the
aspects of my
world.
life
Yeah.
as well.
Right.
And I think that there's a lot of fitness on the far end that is just super nerdy. And then I think that there's a lot of fitness in like the CrossFit space, and especially like I would consider us like an elite gym.
Yes.
A lot of elite gyms that put way too much emphasis on like everybody needs to train in this,
Yeah.
like a professional athlete.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a very small percentage of
Right.
people that do,
Yeah.
like Ro, right? Like
Right.
Ro's that person.
Right.
Ro is going to try to make money
Right.
doing this thing.
Right.
Right.
But for the
That's
most
very
part,
small percentage.
yeah. I mean, Rumble
yeah.
just said she just wants to look good naked.
That's it. That's it. And like have
and
fun.
that's fine.
And
Yeah.
have fun. And
Right.
like one of the conversations that I always bring up, or one of the comparisons that I always bring up is like Rudy Nielsen to James Fitzgerald, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So we're like in between, right?
And
Because-
I used to be OPT.
yeah, and we've talked about this
Before it was OPEX.
Yeah.
Right.
And I've done all of the, OPT, all the OPT CCPs.
Right.
I got level 2 certified when it became OPEX, but I think
Yeah.
very, very highly of James Fitzgerald. And look, I love him. I
Yeah.
think he's
Yes.
super
Yeah.
eloquent. He's super intelligent.
Yes.
But there is a bunch of people
Yeah.
that are never going to walk into fitness
Right.
if James Fitzgerald had his way.
Right.
Right.
And Rudy
Sure.
on the other side, just to bring Rudy back into
Yeah.
it, Rudy was the opposite end of that. Rudy had his fucking bike. Rudy was tatted up.
Yeah.
Rudy liked to eat pizza and drink. And I think his culture was why he like took the scene by surprise.
Yeah.
And then I think that as CrossFit kind of progressed into being like the coaches being better educated, he wasn't really able to hang anymore. And his culture could only get him so far.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think what we're trying to do is bridge the gap between Rudy Nielsen and James Fitzgerald.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
I like that.
That's
what
cool.
That's what
Yeah.
we're trying to do.
That makes sense
Love
to
that.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do.
This is my question. You keep saying that you like to do dumb shit. I
Yeah.
would like an example of dumb shit.
This is so great.
This is my investigative
Gotta be
reporting.
careful here, man.
yeah.
Reporting live.
Reporting live.
Listen,
Yeah.
she is a great investigative reporter.
I've been holding on to that since you said it.
Well, you've said it like 5 times, so now I'm very
I try to
curious.
not incriminate myself.
Okay, don't incriminate yourself. You don't have to do that, but
I
we
am
would like
here
an
for
example
this.
of
I-
softcore dumb shit.
So I know this isn't what you're looking for, but just an example. I'm gonna throw a tattoo on my throat.
Okay,
Because fuck it.
okay.
Just because
No,
fuck
what
it.
dumb
Like,
shit is whatever that means to you.
Yeah,
Right.
like I, if people are gonna say that you're not supposed to get tattoos all over your body,
You're gonna get
put tattoos
yeah.
on your knuckles, and if you get tattoos on your knuckles, you're never gonna be able to make a certain amount of money or speak a certain way or
Yeah.
have meetings with certain types of people.
right.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
love
do that.
that.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put tattoos everywhere, and then I'm gonna have a meeting with
And I'm
somebody
gonna do
that
it.
you'll never be able to have a meeting with because
Ooh.
that's what we're trying to do.
Ooh.
Love that attitude.
Oh,
Okay.
that was goosebumps.
We
Ooh.
love that dumb shit.
We love that kind of dumb shit.
Yeah.
What's something dumb that you've done?
Oh God, I wasn't prepared. This isn't about me.
We've done some
a
some
lot of dumb
shit.
Wait till
Uh,
afterwards.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've done some dumb shit.
I mean, we just did dumb shit like 20 minutes ago before we walked in here.
What was that? What
I
dumb shit?
accidentally pricked my finger on the cactus
Oh,
that I was using
that
as a
wasn't really dumb
backdrop,
shit.
and then I was using the champagne
That really
bottle as a
wasn't dumb
microphone. But
I feel like right now I'm in my doing dumb shit era.
oh, bless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To be
slow
honest,
clap.
because it
yeah.
took me a long time to get to I'm gonna do dumb shit because of the background that I came from, and so now I'm free to do dumb shit.
Sick.
Hardcore
Awesome.
Christian background, and now
Yeah.
she's like, nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And now, like, because you're an adult, presumably, like, you have more money than you did when you were 18.
Correct.
So you can actually do fun dumb shit.
Yes, fun
like,
dumb
when
shit.
you do dumb shit when you're 18, like, you're broke.
Yes.
You can't do that dumb shit.
Broke
Right.
and you're in trouble. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my dumb shit. I'm in my dumb shit era.
It's sick.
Yeah, that's great. It looks different for everyone. For my
Yeah.
brother, it was like owning a Gixxer, you know,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
maybe leveling it once or twice,
Yeah.
you know,
yeah.
and our mom being like, "You're gonna kill yourself," and then he gets married, and his wife's like, "It's me or that."
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, I guess it's you.
yeah.
Still got a motorcycle.
Damn. Yeah, for me, it's like, you know, for me, it's relationships. I'm going to find the worst fitting person.
But
For
we've come
me,
out of that era.
We're out of the hoe phase, but let me trust me. My hoe phase was a 12 out of 10. And I was
I love
just,
hearing stories from her hoe phase because I don't have a hoe phase.
you're
'Cause
about to enter
So-
into it.
Right.
Right.
So I like hearing stories from her hoe phase.
Yeah, it was
It's
great.
inspiring.
What was your age?
The biggest age gap.
Oh wait, are you asking age of her hoe phase or
Yes.
age gap?
Age of her. Age of her.
Oh, you was about to tell on yourself, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
no, you don't have to go down. that
Wait,
road.
what are you asking?
Like-
Like,
like-
how old
like,
I was?
How old were you when you went through your hoe phase?
That's what he's asking. He was about
Oh.
to say the age.
No, I'm actually more interested in telling you the age difference.
What is it?
Was the biggest age gap between me and the guy was 20 years.
North, south.
South.
You were south.
No,
No.
I was north.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, the young ones.
Kudos.
So look at poor Devin. Wait, can we get like a camera on your face?
Never.
Listen, but the whole phase is done. Okay.
Yeah.
I actually haven't caught up with you, but broad strokes, I have a man's now.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's like very
new?
serious and official.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we're just planning our like, what are we calling it? Our hard launch. Because the soft launch was me tagging him in stories and whatnot.
Got it.
Hard
launch on
social.
Yeah, funny.
Right. And then hard launch is going to be like photos and captions together, breaking the internet.
Like the equivalent of like Facebook days, like in a relationship.
Yes.
And everyone goes,
yes.
Holiday pictures.
And then holiday pictures and shit.
This holiday?
It's coming up. Oh no.
Coming
it's
up.
like
Matching plaid.
oh,
no. Okay.
but you could do a spoof. That would be amazing to do like a spoof picture with like matching plaid and you're like this.
Actually,
or like
he would totally be into it.
Yes, find a pup. Yeah,
or like
do it
a
all.
stuffed animal puppy.
I mean, he has a dog. He has a dog.
Oh my God, we're gonna get Zeus in there.
Please
and be
do
like,
it.
Please do it. All right, fine, I'll do it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But to bring it back,
Yes. Oh, sorry. Age
So-
difference. Hoe face.
hoe phase,
Go.
whatever, but also the dumb shit. I said to him, which I'm going to say to you because this applies to you. He recently got a hand tattoo. He's also going to get knuckle tattoos. And I said to him, first of all, that's the hottest shit I've ever seen. I love it. Secondly, good for you, because I have always said when you get to a place in your life where you're getting a hand, neck, or face tattoo, you've made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
You've
you're
made
just
it.
really fucking stupid. But yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so. I
Yeah.
think it's that you fucking made it.
Yeah.
And even if you're like, fine, if you're considering like that you're the stupid on the stupid side,
Yeah.
you're not though, because you've bought into what you are doing
Yeah.
so hard
Yeah.
that you're like, I burned the ship.
Yeah, I'm there for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
And that's very cool.
I agree.
So, you'll be meeting him. I'll bring him in
Sick.
because, he's in New Jersey. I'm here, and we're doing this thing where we like keep traveling to see each other, but he's going to come down here and I'll bring him into the
Cool.
gym.
Hell yeah.
Actually, I talked to Yusuf. He's
Yeah.
going to teach us to box.
What?
Yeah. That's our couples activity
Yeah.
for the itinerary.
It's a good couples activity. And have
For
you
the
been- have you been there
itinerary.
yet?
I have been there. Actually, my Spanish River High School reunion was there.
Like recently?
No, like
Like before we took over?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I've been in the space.
I got you. Yeah.
I-
But not since we've had it.
No.
Okay.
I'm waiting
Yeah.
to do that.
For the exact right moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is happening in the next few weeks. We're
Nice.
doing a couples boxing class with our friend Yusuf. Yeah. It's going to be dope.
Itinerary.
Mm-hmm. A full itinerary.
Cool.
But you should come because you want to punch people in the face.
I do want to punch people. I really do. But I'm also
But-
don't want to be a third wheel.
Come on. You're not a third wheel. All right. So we have this thing where we ask like a standard set of questions to all of our guests. So the first one is, what was your favorite weekend activity both pre and post COVID?
Oh, wow.
Was it dumb shit?
Yeah.
Did it get less dumb or more dumb?
It got less dumb.
Okay.
It got less dumb. I'd say pre-COVID. Are we talking about like just pre-COVID, or are we going back like years pre-COVID?
Oh, well,
Because like pre-COVID,
whatever.
Pre-COVID.
I want to hear both now.
Yeah, whatever.
So I'd say like best weekend activity would be like drunk, four-wheeling, remote location shooting, which we were doing quite a bit
I
of.
like that.
I mean, post also.
Yeah.
Post weekend activity would be drunk woodworking.
Oh,
I like-
what are we making?
Interesting.
Yeah, tables and
Well-
end pieces.
Okay.
Wall pieces.
So you have the equipment,
Wow.
like you
all
have
the equipment.
table
so
saw.
that's why I asked about, COVID was a very definitive moment for
Yeah.
me in
Right.
that regard because
Cool.
the gym was obviously closed.
Yeah.
Right.
So I spent a bunch of money because anything worth doing is worth overdoing.
Another quotable.
Another quote.
Yeah. I spent a stupid amount of money on all of the tools that one could ever need and
For
probably
woodworking.
not need for woodworking. And I didn't know how to do anything at that moment, but I bought everything
I love
and
that.
I taught myself how to do it. And now, like, if you go into the office, you come into my office.
Yeah. Oh, you made that
I
table?
made that table. That's like.
So
my-
are you making things and selling them?
Wow.
No, I mean, I don't want it to become like a job.
Okay,
Do
got
it.
it.
So
He doesn't
here's
want
my
it to be a
thing, here's my
job,
thing.
okay.
I don't want it to become a job.
Right.
So I'll be like.
He'll
I'll be
like it less
if
then.
Right.
Yeah.
If I'm scrolling and I see something like that's dope, I want to
Mhm.
make that.
Yeah.
Right? So I'll make that, and then what I'll usually do, I'll keep the first one, and then I'll post it on social media and say, "Yo, I'm gonna make another one of these. If anybody wants it, let me know." And
Okay.
if I'm
Wow.
not taking requests. I know what I want to build. I
Yeah.
want to build this thing, and you can either buy it or you can't.
Cool. All
Love
right.
that.
Oh
That's
my gosh.
my post-COVID.
Okay.
drink.
Wow.
That is a
I
very
I feel
useful-
extremely inadequate. Because
No, I've seen your cake baking and it's titties. It's so good.
If
Well-
you can bake a good cake.
listen, People request. That's all I'm gonna say.
Listen, she makes a cake that people literally pay $200 for. It has like rainbow layers and then like a sprinkle explosion. And
a sprinkle explosion.
yes, and like
But people
little kids love that.
request my carrot cake, which is so funny because I don't like carrot cake. But yeah, I'm just saying.
All right.
It's not woodworking, but you know.
Damn, I think that's so cool.
That is pretty cool.
All right, next question.
Yeah.
Female revolution. Is it a thing or not a thing?
In what regard?
Okay, so are we all right, I'll use it in a real life example.
Like right now.
Yeah, like do you think it's happening? Do you think it can happen?
World?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Great.
This is obviously an example of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Agree.
All right. We can keep him around.
I mean, what's he gonna
There was a right answer to that
It
question.
would be very ballsy.
You were going to be judged 100%.
I mean, he knew sitting here. What's he gonna say? No, when he's sitting here with us. That would be a
right.
very
You know what,
I was
Devin?
sitting there like this motherfucker.
She's like,
fucking sweat.
Why is he taking him so? Why did he just ask a question? Why didn't he just say fuck
What are you
yes?
gonna say? Have you met me?
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
in the future we need to ask. Devin needs to ask the question
No, I
because
didn't think of like a heads up or anything.
No,
Right?
if you wanted
Yeah.
to like get people, you guys could be like, all right, we're gonna step out real quick, and you guys would leave, and then Devin asks the person like, yo, dude, just alpha record, like, what do you think about this?
We're not even recording.
We're
We're not even. I'm not
recording.
speaking into the microphone.
Oh
How I
man.
keep clients.
By the way, side note, Devin is so happy you're here.
Oh, I'm happy to be
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
This
Yeah.
is fun.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
great. Oh, and I've gotten
Yeah, I can
so
definitely
many
see that.
compliments on the most recent reels that we shot
Oh, cool.
at Black Sheep. So
Cool,
thank you
good,
for
good.
that.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, that was great.
The only issue that some people say like during the day is the
light.
windows.
At least they're tinted.
Yeah.
If they weren't tinted, it'd be terrible.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, I mean,
But
If-
at night you obviously didn't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
but-
It's great.
right. But if that's such a big issue, like you said, come at night or go get like pipe and drape. Cover
Oh,
that
yeah,
cover
yeah,
that shit up. Get like the paper and
Yeah.
like the brown paper. Anyway, speaking of paper, toilet
here we
paper
go. This
roll.
fucking-
Hey, now
This is a very important
this is
question.
more important than the last
This
question.
is the least.
Toilet paper roll over or under? Is the toilet paper hanging over
Oh wow.
when you
Can
grab
we,
it,
can
or
we
is
give
it
three
under?
options?
It's very.
What's the third option?
Can we give three options?
Okay, yes. Give the third option.
Okay, over, under, or don't care.
Well, hold on. I was gonna give you a fist bump.
Oh,
I'll give you a
fist bump. Oh,
But-
okay.
Here's how little I care. If I'm changing the toilet paper roll, I'll just set that bitch on top.
Wait, you actually, in this instance only, are her twin.
Yes.
So that's what you were talking about?
Yes.
I don't give a shit. So I don't understand why it's such a big deal to everybody.
All right.
You
So-
put the thing on the thing and you walk away.
Yeah.
We have too much to do. Then worry about toilet paper
No,
roll.
I'm saying I don't even put the
Yeah,
I don't even
yeah,
put
you
the
just-
thing on the thing.
I put
I
it
just
on,
set it on
but
top.
sometimes I do just set it on.
Yeah.
top.
Oh my god.
On the
At my
occasion.
house right now, there's a toilet
Okay.
paper roll sitting.
Kristen's like, yeah, it is, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
I would be crucified
You know what?
if I left it on the sink.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
That's what's great about
Put it on the
not
thing.
having to deal with people is that I can do whatever.
This is like one of those Matrix questions. You know, like if we didn't ask it, you wouldn't think about it.
Yeah,
type of
yeah,
deal.
yeah,
You know, like,
yeah.
Which brings me to my next question. Do you like sparkling water? Is it like a thing?
No.
Oh, okay. No. Oh, another connection there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Which is why I drink Olipop. Have you tried Olipop?
I can't say that I have actually.
It's a probiotic.
Like, would you shut the fuck up about Olipop? This is how obsessed I am with it. I know. I'm not obsessed with toilet paper, but I am obsessed with this drink.
It's healthy at least.
It's a prebiotic.
Is it like a healthy soda? Is it
Yes.
one of those ones?
Kind of, but it actually it tastes good. It doesn't taste like the nasty, like it's trying to be
'Cause
something.
What's the other one? Isn't there another one?
There are a couple of brands, aren't
Are
there? Dr. D's. You tried to get me to buy Dr. D's, and
I've
all I
never
kept
heard of
thinking
that.
is that like
It's good.
Yeah,
No,
but it's
I've
called
never-
Dr. D's. Okay, I'm not drinking it.
You're like, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Next question.
So anyway,
Next question. I already know the answer, but do you drink coffee?
So sometimes yes, but 5 hour energy is where I'm at right now.
That I knew that.
Yeah.
5 hour energy.
wow.
Yeah. I knew that he was going to say no when I offered him cold brew from the tap
Yeah.
earlier.
I'm sure normal people are like, fuck yes.
So is there a reason that you don't drink coffee?
No, I just never really acquired a taste for
Okay.
it. I'll go through like stages
Yeah.
where I'll get one,
Mhm.
and if somebody brought me one, like I'm not going to turn it down. Like,
Sure.
I'll drink the coffee. But
Got
it.
5 hour.
5 hour. So if you're listening and you're in the South Florida area and you're thinking about dropping in to Black Sheep Athletics, get yourself a 5 hour energy and get Alex one too. He will take that.
That is a fact. I will not charge you a dropping fee. If you show up.
Wow. What you can buy while you were there is the dopest shirt. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on.
Oh yeah, this is a shirt we used in the Zoom example yesterday.
Yes, we were actually talking about
Yes.
some long sleeves that we might want to
Okay.
Yes.
And I was like, well, I'm really fucking.
I love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Very unisex.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good.
I think they call them billboard tees.
Billboard tees. Yeah,
They're
for
like
this.
oversized.
Oversized.
Yeah.
Because they're
Oversized within.
boxy.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it.
There you go.
There you go.
I meant to put this on
It's good
an hour ago.
Yeah, it does look good.
But it's also warm in here. We all sweat. This one doesn't sweat. I'm already sweating, so that's fine. All right. In your shorts, liners or no liners? Oh, okay. Maybe we need to make some shorts with liners. Maybe we.
You haven't yet?
No,
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
a
the
big
ones I
liner
gave
fan.
you.
Yeah, I'm a big liner fan.
Okay,
Yeah.
like built in.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. All right, cool. Before we go to our rapid fire where we say something and you give us like your first initial, like whatever comes to mind.
Word, phrase.
You're gonna give me a heads up if I'm getting set up.
You're not.
Yeah.
You're
It's
not
like-
here. You're not.
You're not. You're not. You're not. You're not.
Before we get to that, I just wanted to thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
for having
Thank
me.
you.
Yes, we really appreciate your energy, and you
Yes.
know I'm
So
big on
good.
energy.
Yes.
Yes. That's
Ugh.
why we've gotten along so well for so long.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Such good
Amen.
energy.
Because, you know, we're both a lot.
Yeah.
We've both been told we're a lot.
Yeah.
So I want to thank
Which
you
is
for
great.
that. It is.
We
it
love
is
a
great.
lot.
We love a lot. And you know what? We're not a lot for the right people.
That's right.
If they think that you're a lot,
They're not
too
it.
little.
Oh,
So many great quotes today. We need to like remember these, write them in our notes.
It's
we
on
can
video.
Okay, video. So we video. Hi, Devin.
It's on video. You see this microphone?
Yes.
Shit. I got you that kombucha. It's for mental clarity. Take a sip.
Dr. Jen.
Dr. Jen. And then the second thing I wanted to thank you for is showing up and being louder than me, because Devin was just telling me
Yeah.
that I'm louder than 95% of the people he knows.
You guys
and
are
then
pretty equal, I would say, in loudness, which is great. But this is why Nicole and I work.
yeah,
Because, yeah.
Yeah,
your
we're
energy
good.
and my energy, like,
yin and yang.
Like yin and yang.
Yeah.
For sure.
We're a good balance.
yeah.
For sure.
I'm like chill and she's like, yeah.
Not. I literally wake up breathing fire.
Yeah. No, I could only imagine.
And I worked with Mick at your gym.
Yeah.
And he did that metabolic type
Yep,
test.
yep,
And in basic, you know, he's explaining my test to me. It's like all the foods you should eat, when you should eat, when you should train, all this other stuff. And I was like, excuse me, could you please use English words that I understand?
Yeah.
Because your smartness is here
Yeah.
and I just was born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mick is very good at what he does. for
Oh, he's
sure.
so good.
Yeah.
So the way that he explained it to me is you need to wake up and do the hardest shit then, because you wake up literally ready to steamroll life.
And is that how you were even before you
Yes.
said that? Like it kind of comes natural.
Totally.
sometimes. It kinda
Yes.
comes natural.
Yeah. And so I just like, am like,
Yeah.
yeah. And then he also told me all this stuff about like my diet, which is like, I'm a high oxidizer, so I need a lot of fat.
Yeah.
I'm like, that makes sense
Yeah.
because of just, I'm like basically
it-
running hot all the time.
It's cool when you hear something and you're like, that stands to reason.
Listen, this isn't anything Alex isn't used to, by the way.
What's
He's
gonna,
no
right.
what's gonna be funny is in this video, the amount of times that I look at him.
Yeah.
What? Listen, Alex has known me actually the longest here, which is wild. So he's not surprised.
Yeah.
Jen's not surprised. She knows me the best in this room. And Devin has already said, like, fuck it, I'm in.
And
Like,
Devin is now used to it, I think.
Not- yeah.
After.
Yeah.
He's just like,
Been long
whatever.
enough.
Shock and awe.
Yeah, shock and awe.
Like a shotgun.
What are we talking
Yeah.
about today?
Yeah.
Lesbian
Right.
sex?
so everybody thanks for being here.
Yeah.
All right. So we say I will say one word or like a phrase. And then you just, first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Okay. Festivals.
Molly.
That was also a layup. We should have talked about that after.
Yeah.
Situationships.
I don't even know what that is.
This is the second person who.
Wow.
Oh, it was Fury.
Fury
Yeah,
said that.
Males.
We don't know what they are.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Okay.
Wow. This
Well,
is super interesting.
more people are in situationships than they realize.
Yeah.
So the definition of a situationship is an uncommitted relationship
Okay.
where you agree that you have an emotional connection but no label and no
And it's not really
expectations.
like defined.
Got it.
Right.
So you're like, well, my situationship.
Right.
But that's so interesting that
Yeah,
I
that's the
know.
first time I've ever heard it.
Well,
ever.
okay.
Fury was the same.
So the first time
Yeah.
I ever heard it is when I asked. He was like, I'm afraid not to do it.
But I liked that Fury was just like, the hell is that, right?
I like it too. I like it for his wife
Right, I like-
as well.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
And also,
it's actually a good
Kristen,
thing.
you know what? He redeemed himself here. He redeemed himself. He has no idea what a situationship is.
Yes,
We love that.
Paper wherever I want to put it.
that's right. We're in agreement. Why is this a question?
But the first time I heard this, obviously in my hoe phase, was when I asked the dude, what are we? And he said, well, I think we're in a situationship. Not me Googling the word while we're talking.
Yeah.
I was just like, what?
And you were just on the go. You're probably like, oh, okay, I know what you mean. Yeah. And like, you're
Yeah.
trying to search it as,
Yeah. Like the trails off.
yeah.
Okay. Well, guess what? It's not for me, but that's okay.
I learned a new
It's
word.
a
There you go.
confusionationship.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Or that.
Or that. There's a lot of
I
that.
just don't know.
Okay, next phrase. Sunglasses at night.
Molly.
Okay. Yes. And
Fair.
yes.
Fair.
And yes.
Also, yes.
Also, yes.
Final one. International travel.
Fuck no.
Oh,
Really?
First
So
one. Okay, we need
yeah,
to
we
get
need
into this.
Yeah. What? Why?
I don't like. I don't like having to identify myself to people. So I don't like going to airports and having to have passports and identification and having to go through TSA. Fun fact. So I hate planes, and it's not even a fear.
Oh.
It's not even a fear of like the plane crashing. I just hate being confined. I hate not being in control. I'd rather just be able to like get in my car, and my family and I travel probably 2 or 3 times a year, but it's always like within a 12-hour drive. That's like my bubble. If I can get in a car and drive there for 12 hours, I'll go, but I do not like getting in planes. The last time I got in a plane was with Yusuf Joe, and we were going
Yeah.
to see Kamaru Usman fight in Buffalo,
Okay.
and I had live ammunition in my bag.
No.
Because I didn't even, it's just like my daily bag. It's just my bag.
Oh.
And then I like emptied my bag out, and then I went through TSA, and they like pulled me aside and took me.
Obviously.
Like, yeah, and obviously it wasn't a big deal. Like,
Yeah.
they just threw it out. But like, that's the shit that I'm talking about. Like,
Damn.
I like to just do what the fuck I want to do. I don't want to have to worry about where my bullets are. If I want to have bullets wherever I want to have bullets, I just want to fucking have them.
Let the
Okay.
man have his bullets.
Fair.
Okay.
So
So,
are you not,
Preaching the choir.
have you traveled internationally?
I have, yeah, and that's probably part of it also. My father owns a small business that is based out of the Virgin Islands.
Okay.
So when I
Oh,
was young, like
okay.
15, 16, 17, like before I like went off on the deep end as far as being a fuck up, I was like helping him out. So I was spending like 1 or 2 weeks a month in the BVI in the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Cool.
So I've been to a lot of different islands. I spent a lot of time on planes, and I'm just kind of over it.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
International
Interesting.
travel. You guys, that's awesome. It's all through you guys.
Hey, he's supporting us, so that's
Yeah,
fine.
that's-
yeah.
You know what
You can
I
have
really
my seat.
thank you.
Yeah.
One thing I appreciate about you is that you can always understand another person's perspective
Yeah.
and be friends with them and have a discussion with them with knowing you stand on very opposite
That
sides
is-
of
that
the
is
table.
always my goal.
And I respect that because there are so many people that are closed-minded
Especially
and
today. forget it.
especially
I mean,
today.
it's wild today.
No, I know.
Polarized.
And you walk into his gym and honestly, that you feel that. I walked in one day and I was like, this is like a United Nations meeting.
Yeah.
Like it was just like
Mm.
people from all different walks of life, countries, like the body types were all different, the types of
Love
training
that.
that they were doing. And I was
Amazing.
just like, this is really a vibe.
Yeah.
So again, another example of like leading from the top.
Yeah.
Trying to.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
It's great. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. We're going to end
Oh.
with I always make her do our mantra
That I forget off the top of my head
Okay.
every damn time.
You start with happy.
He knows it.
This
Would
is
you like
Jen
to
and
fill
I's
in?
mantra. This is Jen and I's mantra, and we just wanted to share it with you because we feel like you're here too. You can remember, you can do this.
Are you guys gonna say it in unison?
Yes, and that's why
That's
she's
what stresses
freaking
me
out.
Every
You can start-
time it
you can
stresses
start
me
and
out.
I'll chime in.
We are happy.
We are healthy.
We are
We're
wealthy. We are smoke shows.
Thanks for being here today with us. Ollie Pop, please sponsor.